Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Plant Based Besties. We're super excited. It's our season 2, episode 1 of 2026. Can you believe it, Joey? We made it.
Season 2, right? Like, we're back again. You guys wanted us back. Like, I'm so excited. If just my mom would have listened to the podcast, I would have been happy, right? Like, I had no idea we were going to have 2,000 downloads and become this popular, and people want to be on the show and all that. So, and we didn't start till April, and we had 25 episodes. So, you and I may not realize it, but we put a lot of effort into this starting midway through the year, right?
Right. And we had no idea what we were doing.
Dad, we're just like, oh, we're besties. Let's do something. I know. Let's just have a podcast. All right, now we've got a podcast. And within days, we had a podcast set up on a platform, and we're like, okay, let's just do it. Like, no experience, nothing, not even and I'm sure our husbands are like, what the hell are you guys doing? But they're so used to us just jumping into something and
pull them
along.
Mine's like, there she goes.
Yeah, mine said that too. So we decided we're starting a podcast in 2025, and how much fun has it been? Like, oh my gosh, I've had a blast, and you and I love working together. So it just gave us the opportunity to do something like that, right?
Yeah, it was amazing. And so I think today we're just going to talk about our plans for the podcast for this year and our personal goals for 2026, and maybe talk about our individual YouTube channels as well, what we plan on doing. So do you do resolutions, or you just do you do a vision board?
I'm not that organized, Deb. I know it sounds like I am, but I am not, right? No. And I don't necessarily do resolutions. I just look at what worked last year and what didn't. Here's what I do, which people may find OCD. I have, when it comes to macros and weight and all that, I have a spreadsheet from 2018 that every day I put in my information in. And it's important, because if I go, oh, I'm in no better position, health-wise or weight-wise than I was in 2025, right? Well, Is that really true? I'll look at my spreadsheet and go, oh my gosh, I'm a lot less weight, a lot more muscular, and a lot less body fat. I'm in a much better position than the beginning of 2025. And sometimes it's hard to remember all that. So I do kind of look back and go, okay, here's what worked last year in 2025. Here's what didn't, and where I probably need more help. And I'm going to focus on 2026 doing that part. So no resolution, but some tweaking for sure. What about you?
Yeah, same. I don't do resolutions. I think nobody sticks with them. It's just to undue pressure, and then you just feel bad about yourself. But I'll do goals for the year. And like in 2025, I had a goal of doing a 1 chin up, and I didn't make that goal, but that's okay. I've got 2026. I'm going to continue going to the gym 3 days a week and walking every day. And, I'm going to probably do a cut in a couple weeks because I want to lean out. And I was in maintenance over the holidays, or probably in a surplus. So now it's time to do a cut and get back to that calorie deficit. And so just doing the same that I have been doing.
I think the new year really gives people a time to reflect. The resolutions come from, hey, here's what I'm not happy with. I'd like to make a change. Just saying that and verbalizing it is pretty powerful, but not knowing how to go about it makes you fail pretty quickly, right? Which I think is why it's so important to have people around you that are like-minded and that you can at least look to for help or support, or be part of, Facebook groups or something like that, that can really keep you motivated and on track. So I think for 2026, I know what changes I need to make. I'm going to focus on that. As far as, with the show, we want to record, I would say at least another 30 episodes coming up this year. We'll continue to do 2 a month. The fans really seem to, I hate the word using fans, like we're celebrities, but the people
our followers.
Our followers, right? The people who follow us, right?
Yeah, we're in a cult. Our followers.
Right. The people who follow us, they like this format just as much as we do. I think they can sense that we love it, so they love it, right? So I want to continue to do that for them and for us. And then I want to, continue to learn at my job. I'm a school teacher, and do more with that. And I want to continue to work toward being, healthier than I was. Not that I'm not healthy, but that I'm even healthier every year as we go through. Right.
Right. Because it's so important now that we're, like you said, the fourth quarter of our life, that,
Right.
We need to this is not the time to slack off.
No.
This is the time to move ahead, keep doing what you're doing. And that's why it's so important to have habits in place, because motivation wanes. But, to me, it's freedom, because I know what I'm supposed to do. I don't have that stress of like, what am I going to eat? How am I going to exercise? It's already in place, and I just do it, like brushing your teeth. So I think it's just part of my everyday, and that's the part of it's a lifestyle.
Yeah, for sure. You and I are pretty active. So, and, we're both in our 60s. I don't think of that as old until I see other people my age or around that age basically doing nothing and almost incapacitated. And I think,
Mm-hmm.
how
Yeah.
are you doing? Like, get up, do something, right? But I think, like you just mentioned last quarter, I think people see that as, well, it's my time to wind down, right?
Mm-hmm.
You and I are not winding down. Like,
No.
you're going to have to pull me down to end it. 'Cause I'm sorry. I'm just not giving up, and I'm not whining. I've still got so much to do, right? Like, there's dishes on the counter every day. I got to clean those, right? Like, there's still so much in my life to do. And I just don't feel like I don't think we should call it the last quarter. I think we should call it like the best quarter or something,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or the last chance to make a difference quarter or something, because that's really what it is to me and you.
Yeah, I mean, like you, I have so much I want to do. I love to travel, and there's so many places I want to go to, and I want to do it while I'm physically able to do it, because I want to go to like Machu Picchu, and those are like physically that kind of place is hard to do. I want to go see the gorillas in Rwanda, and that's crazy on your body. So those are things that I need to like get on while I can do it. And I'm in my last year of my 60s. So that really is a wake up when I like, wow, this year I'm going to be 70.
Wow.
Which is crazy to me. But what are you going to do? It's coming whether you want to or not. So that's why I want to be in good shape and be able to do the things I want to do.
I think that you and I talking about, like, there's a lot of channels about veganism and all that, or
Mm-hmm.
eating plant-based, but you and I feel like are the symbols of aging gracefully and healthily on the internet. And I don't know if there's a lot of people doing that, right? If someone like people that are 70, Deb, do not look like you, right? They are they are somewhat incapacitated, or they're on a bunch of medications,
Mm-hmm.
or they've got so many more wrinkles from years of smoking and drinking and doing all this self-harming stuff, right? That they've got no one to look up to and forward to. And I think you and I at least give the aging vegan public or plant-based public, or even if you're not vegan or plant-based, right?
Mm-hmm.
At least the aging people on the internet, look, here's what you can do with yourself, right?
It's
Obviously,
a good advertisement.
yeah, we're not young and beautiful. Well, I guess we're just not young. We're still beautiful, but we're not young anymore, right? So, and we don't sit there and try it. Like, we're not trying to preserve it. Like, this is all natural, folks. Like, no work has been done, right? Like,
Right.
this is
There's no Botox on this face.
no,
Okay, this is it.
this is
Yeah.
it. So, and we've accepted it, and we're good with it, and we're not trying to win beauty contests, but we are trying to remain active and at least show you that we're here to stay.
And I think we're more on the moderate side. We're not out there like, I'm not doing bodybuilding contests. I'm not super strict on my diet. We leave room in our diet for, fun stuff.
Yep.
But I think we're more moderate and more what the mainstream people are like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
both work and we have families, and, our life's not perfect. We struggle. We struggle with our weight and all that. So we're just like everyone else.
Yes. I almost, and it's interesting because when you look at perfection on the internet, right, on YouTube, and the people who are showing like muscular bodies and they're completely shredded and all that, they're not our age, right? And I often have to say to myself, when they're mid 60s, how will I compare to them? Or how will they compare to me,
Mhm.
right? And will they be, in the shape that I'm in, which is pretty good shape? I'm muscular, I work out and all that. Or by then, will they have had a few kids and a marriage and a job, and will they be out of shape, right? Most likely, right? They're probably not going to hold that what they've got now
Mhm.
through their 60s, don't you think?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, it's possible.
it's rare.
It's rare. Yeah, I mean, I do see it on the internet. Women that are 60s, 70s,
Yeah,
and they look really good. You know, I follow them, and those are the people that they're like a few years ahead of me.
yeah.
So I'm like, okay, but they're not crazy doing crazy stuff.
I just think like I'm so used to comparing myself to much younger guys that I can't do that, right? Because they are much younger, and the chances are they're not going to hold what they have at my age. Now, people who are my age or our age that are in shape, that's a different story, right? Those are
Right.
people I look up to for sure, right?
Yeah.
And most likely they got that later on when they started realizing I want to be like when you're in your 30s and you're muscular, you're not thinking about what am I going to look like at 60, right? But if you're not in great shape or you haven't really taken care of yourself, and now you're 40 and you're like, okay, I'm going to reach 60 at some point. I need to
Hmm.
start, right?
Right.
So
Yeah.
I almost have a lot of respect for people our age who started much later
Hmm.
because I
Yeah.
identify with those people more. But I often tell myself I identify with younger people, and I do not. So I think it's been definitely a year of change for me. It's
Right.
been a year of realization for sure.
Hmm.
And not only with Plant Based Bestie, but just in my own personal journey, going from someone who's overweight to someone who's in decent shape with a lot less body fat. That's been
You've changed a lot because I've seen like older videos of you, and it's like it's dramatic.
I know.
It really is.
I know.
And when I was watching you back at that time, you didn't seem like you just seemed normal. But now that I see you now, it's like, yeah, it's dramatic, I
I
think.
I when I was making those videos, I didn't feel like I was overweight. And then when I look back to now, I was like, holy smoke, like look at how much weight my face is huge. So yeah, I think we get used to seeing something, and if it happens slowly, we don't notice it. But YouTube is just great when you're a content creator of showing you the different times of your life, right?
Oh God,
You
yeah,
can't hide.
the hairstyles. I'm like, what the heck was I thinking on that one? Yeah, it's
Well,
crazy.
it's been a great year for the podcast. 2,000 downloads. We've had some guest stars. We've had Nisha from
Love her.
Mrs. Lim on Plants, who we had never met, and then we invited her on the show, and she came on, and instantly we loved her. She clicked with us immediately, like she was our third bestie, right?
Yep.
And we've had her back because her episode is like one of the most popular episodes we've ever had. And then we've had Forrest Nash, who is just amazing, all the way from Australia. His story
Yeah.
was so cool. Very friendly, so full of knowledge, Deb, right?
I
Like
know. I was like, whoa.
I
Yeah.
can let him talk for hours about food
Uh-huh.
because he just tells you so much.
Yeah. Very well educated on nutrition for
Very
sure.
well done. Coming 2026, we're reaching out to some other people that we think would be a good fit.
Hmm.
So we'll see what happens there. And we do have people that want to be on the show that we have to get back to. I feel like we have a lot to get into, to cram into 2026, don't you think?
Yeah. Yeah, I think we have our work cut out for us, but we're up for the challenge, and we love doing it. So I think it'll be fun.
So thank you, all of you listening, or if you're watching too. If you're watching, the videos are on Deb's channel. If you're listening, they're on, of course, podcasts and they're on Spotify and Apple, wherever you get your podcast content and all the other ones. But thank you to all of you for 2025 being a great year to start a podcast for us
Yes.
and for all
Sticking
your
with us.
support. And we want to do more too, where you can reach out to us. Like Deb, we're going to do California, right?
Yeah. So we're some of the goals for the podcast and for me and Joey is to go to the Natural Food Expo in Anaheim in March. And you've never been to that, Joey.
No.
It's gonna blow your mind. You're gonna meet all your idols there, and just the products. I mean, they have like a whole like beauty section. They have, the meats, the vegan meats. I mean, it's crazy. Yeah, I mean it's huge. It's at the convention center. You know how big that place
Yes,
is.
I've been there before. Yeah.
Yeah.
LA, yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know what might be fun if we grab a seat outside somewhere, record the podcast episode from there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's possible. Do we got to bring equipment? Like, was it just a phone? Like, I don't know. But
no, we could do it with the if you can do it on your phone with this program. Yeah.
yeah,
Can you
we'll just
do?
hire Lex to record it for us or whatever. So yeah,
Yeah, no, we could totally do it. There's a lot of outside space.
okay,
We probably have to go off a little bit because
yeah,
there's a lot of people. But the first year I went, they did a whole thing with all the vegan, because it's not 100% vegan,
right.
but it's natural food. But had like a meetup with all these YouTubers, and it was so fun. I mean, there was like 1,000 of us, and it was
Wow.
so loud. And I have it, I think, on my Instagram. I recorded it, and I was just like so starstruck when I went. Had just started at my YouTube channel, and I was like, "Oh, there's Brian Turner. Oh, there's Badass Vegan," and it was just like, and they were all so nice, and it
Wow.
was just, yeah, it was fun. So we're looking forward to that.
I would love to meet Brian Turner. I would love to run into Robert Cheek again. He's one of my faves.
Mhm.
So yeah, so maybe we can put that. But just the reason we're saying this is because if you're gonna go to the food festival in March, or if you're gonna go to any of these things we're going to, and you see us, come over and say hello. Like,
Yeah,
we
for
love doing
sure.
this. We would love to say hello. But I think it might
Mhm.
be fun, Deb, to have a little table somewhere that we set up. And do a podcast from there, and we'll just make it work. So so we've definitely got some things coming up that we want to do in public. We'll see how that goes. It's hard with you
Mhm.
living in California, me in Arizona, although we're not that far from each other. But
No.
because of my work schedule, it's always a nightmare.
Yeah,
So
it's tough, yeah, but
yeah,
we seem to figure it out. I mean, at least a couple times a year we'll get together in
yeah,
person
yeah.
for sure. And do you have any plans like for travel or anything this year, this summer, or
Of course, Deb.
another cruise?
No, no. So I every year I have the Atlanta trip that I have to do for FBLA. I mean, not FBLA, for Skills USA. I might do the FBLA trip again. Last year was in Anaheim, but this year it's in San Antonio.
Oh,
So that's someplace different. I am probably gonna have to have surgery over the summer to get my disc replaced,
oh, okay.
and that will happen. I don't know, somewhere over the summer. I have to take some classes somewhere for cybersecurity. So there's a lot of traveling happening. I don't know how much of it's going to be to LA or a place where you and I could connect. So,
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
I, of course, will keep you updated. And if that happens, for sure, I'll let you know.
Yeah, if we get an opportunity, if we come your way on the
Yep.
way to see my son in Colorado, then
Yeah.
we can swing by. Yeah. So we're excited, and hope you guys all stick with us for 2026. We're going to have some fun guests. So you have anything to add?
Nope, I think that's it. So that's our podcast for today. We just wanted to do kind of like, hey, thank you for last year. Here's what's coming up. We're ready to get started. Let's do it. And stick with us. There's a lot to come. So please leave a review or on Apple or Spotify about the podcast. Give us 5 stars, please. If not, let us know what you would like us to do to be 5
Yeah.
stars. Yeah. Since we're just kind of learning as we go. And, tell your friends about the podcast, share it so we can become more popular. Right now, it's just Deb and I. We don't have any sponsors or anything like that. So there's no money involved. So it's just us having fun, right?
Yeah.
And that's it. So we will see you all next time.
Yeah. On the next podcast.
All
Bye.
right. Take care, folks. Bye-bye.
Bye.